Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Buildup and Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Welcome everyone along to another episode of the Big Builder to next weekend's New Zealand Superstock Teams Champs down in Palmerston North. Welcome to Trackside with Kokpit, proudly brought to you by GARAGE16. Tuesday afternoon, heading into evening on a muggy Tuesday. My mate Booker joins you right now. Kinser and Booker right through to around 8:30. Hey, Books.
Hey, mate. Yeah, hot, muggy, holy snapping duck shit, I tell you. Hawke's Bay at the moment. Woo! Feel that heat, man. I tip you.
I think the whole country's got a bit of heat going on up and down. I see high 28s, and I do see a massive weather front coming on through as well. South Island, would you believe they'll be switching over to some snow down there and around the South Island? Yeah, strange to say that. You're right. But yeah, there's a big thunderstorm and some wet weather coming on through East Coast again. Like you said, what happened nearly a year ago, and East Coast are going through that at the moment. So they don't need any more bloody water down there. But the smoky weather, mate, horrible.
Oh, mate, hey. Yeah, but let's just pray it's right in a couple of weeks' time, mate. That's all we have to worry about. Is in a couple of weekends' time, we're all good to go and ready to break some stuff and smash some stuff and yell and lose our voice and just have a good old time. But I just want to start the night tonight to everybody watching. Over the last few shows we've done, I haven't told Kins I was going to say this, so but over the last few shows we've done, we've had a few jump on here with their own agendas, making smart comments and derogative comments to other people and other drivers. Our show's all about promoting the sport, having fun and being positive about it all. So if we see any of that from now on, we're just going to ban you. If you want to be a smart ass and put other people down and be derogative, go do it somewhere else. Don't do it on our show. We're all against the bullying and the putting down of people. You can have fun and banter, but yeah, so if you guys and girls out there, if anybody wants to be a smart ass from now on, I'm just going to remove you. So I'll leave it at that, but because we've got a great show tonight, Kins. We've got the Rebels, Kiki, and of course Hawke's Bay. I may be a little bit biased on that one, mate.
I expect none the less from you, mate. Every year we've done this, it's always been come on the bay. I already saw it in the comments, and I won't be stopping you singing, mate. It's all about the fun and the banter. Like you said, just to reiterate, if you're going to get in there, type some stupid blimmer things, mate, go somewhere else. I don't know. Go and have some fun and games otherwhere. Anyway, hey, Tans, how are you? Keegan, hey, team, Cody. Talking to Cody, you'll be happy with your strategy team, no doubt. All the teams have been rolled out except for the Busters at the moment, I think it is. Wanganui Warriors, Stratford Scrappers, the Panthers, and the Mustangs just rolled out just within the hour. Tracy Vincent, Richard and Trudy, Kerry Gate, Aaron Ferguson, Charlie Saunders watching, and we're going to catch Charlie and Frankie on Friday. Josh Barton, who else we got here? Todd Kelly Jr.'s, Ian Wilson, evening to you. Willow Beats, list goes on, mate. We've got heaps of people watching, eh? Shall we get into now, before we get into books, explain the competition, please.
Our competition, that's right. So we'll explain this to everybody. Our competition we're running, we've talked to all the teams. I'd just like to say we're still waiting for confirmation from Stratford if they want to be a part of this competition. So at the moment, every team but Stratford's on board. So we're hoping they're going to come on board. But I need to tell you that because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up that might be wanting to pick Stratford. So if you are 9 to 13, or you have a child, daughter, son, niece, nephew, grandchild, and they're between 9 and 13, then they can enter this competition. And what the competition is they get to pick the team they want to go with, and they get to be sort of an honorary pit crew member at the beginning of the meeting, where they'll go with the team, and they might change a wheel, or they might clean us up. They'll do something with the team. The team will do something with them, but they'll also get a prize pack from the team. And the best part about it, Kins, is they get to go in the grand parade with that team. And then after that's finished, they go back up with their family. That because we're not going to have kids of that age in amongst the racing when all the action starts. So I will put that up Saturday morning for people to enter. But if you've got a young child or granddaughter, like we said, aged 9 to 13, you can enter. And we'll pick a winner randomly, and they can choose the team they want to hang out with. And, of course, Kinser has spoken to other teams as well, and they've said even if they're not picked, that they'll probably give away some prizes to that person as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all about making the kids feel important. Look, the families dig deep in their pockets, save some time over the year to be at this event. As we know how big it is nationally, let alone internationally now as well. So, we do what we do. It's all about the kids, it's about the families, and it's all about having fun. I'm just noting a couple of comments that are coming on through as well. So, just bear with me, fans of the show, viewers of the show. I'm just looking around. There's an important comment I'm just waiting to come on through from my wife. That's something I'm just waiting on happening with me tonight.
We'll Kinser be a granddaddy again, but Papa, waiting. I had to wait for that a few weeks back. Now it's Kinser's turn. It's awesome.
Yeah, the daughter's water's broke, and she's going through contractions right now as I speak. So I wanted to be part of the show. Then we'll deal with that when I have to lead the show.
It looks like we lost.
Ash will be back, mate.
Oh no, Ash will be lost. So they're still there. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, talking of the Rebels, we better bring in these two are no strangers to our show. They love to give each other a bit of banter, and they always create a bit of laughter with the show as well. Alan and AJ from the Rotorua Rebels.
Here we go. Our Rebels boys. Here we go. AJ and Alan. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, fellas. Yeah, not too bad. Good.
G'day, fellas. Yeah, good, thanks. Cheers for having us.
It's all good, mate. All good. You bring the laughter to the show, back into it, with the Rebels, you boys. And, well, who else you got in your team there? Mick Rumney, Brett Stewart, Lance Ellsworth, and Robbie Morris Reserve.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Dale's pulled out, obviously, with few head knocks over the years in the sport. But family comes first with him. And fortunately for us, Lance couldn't stay away, and he's got a car and got back into there.
It's good. That's good to hear and everything like that. AJ obviously put in the fishing rods away for the weekend coming up next weekend. I'm going to get down there and do something else, a bit of teams racing.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that Waitangi weekend, there's nowhere else to be. And so now we're looking forward to it, counting down the days and, start the build-up from now pretty much. And the whole prep in full swing. And, can't wait for the draw to come out and get down there and set up campaign.
Mate, the two bodies says it all before. I'm guessing the winning bodies from a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, they were. Old mate Lance was up there, and then obviously my championship body as well. So just a little bit of memorabilia and something to remember. Alan still hasn't given me his one yet.
I offered him one. He didn't want it though. But it's all
Alan, something pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Alan, you've been teams racing for how long now?
Oh hell. I think this be maybe a fifth season in a row with AJ and that, and probably I've done a couple of years before that, before I had a break. Yeah, so probably 7 or 8 years.
Is your approach ahead of this one in a couple of weeks the same as you always do? You're pretty laid back, we know that, but you beat AJ to turn up tonight, mate. You're ahead of the game, and we're like, what the hell's going on here? But is your approach ahead of teams preparation always the same as it has been over those 7 or 8 years?
Yeah, no, pretty cruisy at the moment. Got a bit of time on my hands now, so I can get things done a bit earlier, and we'll cruise on down there and have a good weekend, hopefully.
Yeah, and you, AJ, how long have you been teams racing, mate?
Yeah, I think Alan might have hit the nail on the head. I think it was 5 seasons, and that's all up. So that's what I kind of got under my belt, and much the same with Alan. Pretty cruisy at the moment. Probably preparation now is a bit more low key, or the stress levels from when I first started. Like those first year blues and stuff. But we kind of been there before now, and get our ducks in line, and now we'll be ready to go, eh?
And the excitement's still there, eh? As much as the excitement's just as good as the first time you ever turned up to teams. There's no change there, eh?
No, absolutely. Sure. It's still, Sorry, Alan, where you go?
Yeah, for sure. It's the weekend never changes for us. It's an awesome bit to be a part of, the atmosphere and just the excitement to go down there and hang with your mates and have a good time. Meet all the other teams too, and have a good time with them, especially the old mates, the Cross boys, and I think old AJ's organised a little trophy for that. So
I got a comment. There's a comment actually there from Harley Roll. The two baddest Superstock drivers we've ever seen. Hope the boat race trophies turned up, lads. Hey?
He'll probably never see that one.
Yeah. But yeah, much the same as Ellen, like that hype's still there, and it's probably one of my favourite meetings of the whole season. Probably more so coming from footy, and the same with Ellen, kind of being in that team environment, playing footy and stuff, and then doing this with good friends of ours that we went to school with, and good backing as well. The Rotorua club has always been very loyal. We've probably got the loyalist supporters. I reckon, they're with us when we're starting out and losing, and then they still ride with us when we won. So, we're looking forward to it. And that trophy that Harley was going on about, bit of the old boat racing competition and Rotorua Grady's afterwards. So, yeah, we've easily smoked them like 3 or 4 years in a row. Especially Harley. Harley's probably the one that makes them lose for it. Maybe he should substitute out.
Most of it's on his chest, eh?
It's an all run on down.
Yeah.
But this is what it's about, off the track, your mates, you have a good laugh, the banter, you share a joke and you have a few quiet drinks in there. But when you get on the track, it's all down to biz, and it all starts obviously from heading off, Alan. Obviously, you, the family and the kids just enjoy being part of the Grand Parade.
Yeah, no, the Grand Parade's huge. Obviously, seeing that packed out stadium and then the support that everyone joins in with the Rebels and that it's awesome to see and be a part of. Obviously, the kids love it. And the Mrs. doesn't say, but she definitely does.
I see you looking over there. What about you, AJ? I know your wife and the kids there as well, and the family and dad's part of the team. Obviously, it really means so much, eh?
Yeah, it does, mate. Like my little tackers are probably still a little bit too young just to come down, and they're just kind of a bit of a handful for the wife and whatnot. So they'll get their chance, but I mean they come to individual racing, they love it, and my wife is probably a bit on the same page as Lisa. Probably would rather a Waiheke getaway than rubbing bumpers, watching us bloody hurt ourselves in Palmy. But like Dad loves it, Mum still enjoys it and stuff, and just that whole Rebel family and kind of culture we've created in the last 5 years is second to none, eh? So it's a great team to be around. It's bloody good fun, man.
Yeah, you got the likes of Lance Ellsworth, obviously, Brett Stewart and Mick, they're all been there before. And what's Robbie Morris's take on it? Is this Robbie's first time or has he done it before? Do you know?
He's always been involved with the team. He's always there or thereabouts. He's done a meeting at Huntley before.
Okay.
But no, he's always good. He's good mates with the Stewart boys and all that, and obviously all of us. But so he's always been a part of the wider group, and obviously we're just trying to blood a few guys in at the moment. And it's good for him to get a part of it and see what it's all about.
Yeah, love what you do, mate, and sticking with the cars that are contracted to the club as well. But AJ, with Dad, does he give you a bit of flack, mate? Does he really, tell you to pull your finger out and do what you need to do?
Nah, not really. He's not too tough on me. He's probably been racing stock cars before. He kind of knows what it takes, and I suppose the pressure and what you put on the line. So, not so much pressure. He's usually pretty cool and calm with us. I remember in the final though when I bloody hit. I can't remember who it was up the backside. It was a pretty decent one, and we split the block, and it was pouring oil all over our headers, and I was like, oh shit, I wonder if I should pull off or not. But it was a final, and when I spoke to Dad, he's like thinking in the back of his head, he said, "Don't you bloody stop, boy! You drive that car into it stops on a dime." He's real supportive, eh? And I wouldn't be doing it without him. It's quite cool to do it side by side with the old man, eh?
Yeah. You got
Probably
some
doesn't
fans.
say much to AJ, but he's always abusing me how shit I go. But I always say I had a shit season last year, so I better improve. So.
He's just telling you the truth, eh?
Pretty poor effort last team's year, so going to bring the A game this year.
Yeah.
Well, you brought the A game a couple of seasons ago, and mate, you did it for the fans, like you say, the loyal fans. Over the years I've been to watching teams race, and you always see the Rebel fans. They turn out there in their mass with their big flag and their banners and their gears on, their hats on. They're wearing the colours of pride. And the day you won that a few seasons back, I looked at them, I thought, this is just for you. Because you've been through the lows of lows through the teams event. You've had the caliber of drivers. But what you achieved a few seasons ago, and I looked at them and I thought, that's for you and your club. And when you see Stan and Sonia, the emotion, it just says it all. That's when you ride the high of the highs.
Yeah, exactly. You can definitely see the old Red Army around the track,
Yeah.
so it's good to know where they are. But hopefully, last year didn't go our way, but hopefully we can fix that this year and bring it home again.
All right. Todd Kelly Jr. says up the Rebels. There's a couple of fans here. Who else we got here watching on through? What else we got? Bevan Giltrap. Hey guys, how you, Bevan? Still waiting on a few of the teams to come through. Tony McGrath, Cameron Jarrett. Tracy Vincent for you, Books. Hey, Books, you're muted when the Hawkeyes come on. Ha 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 ha.
We'll see about that. Hey.
Flynn Ashton, Noah Britton, Murray Hudson, Scott Honeybone. What else we got here? Henry Ford, Cody Gray, Steve Murray, Richard Mason, Grant Fowler, always staunch with the V, Tyler Ingram.
Where's your team, Kins?
Oh, you're going to bloody ask me that, eh?
Hey.
The Rebels.
No, Booker is. I haven't heard where yours is before, though.
Oh, mate, look, I enjoy watching all the teams.
Just
I don't really...
Just say it. Just say it.
Okay, I sent the Booker earlier on. I said to the Otago Cougars, there you go. I want to bring the Cougars back. Why don't we bring the Cougars back? Oh, Hitman, Noel Imms. I remember him. He was a hitman back in the day.
Hey, he could be a politician, that boy. Oh, he is a politician, really. He's a councillor, see? Yeah, can't get a straight answer out of him, eh? I've got old school Rebel stuff from way back in the 80s. I've got that. I've got a 95 Todd and Pollock Buster support gear and all that stuff. So, yeah, I just support the drivers and all the teams. Mate, you're the guys that's putting on the show end of the day. And whoever wins the bloody thing deserves to win it,
Political answer there, eh? Political answer.
Yeah, political answer, bro. Yeah, I should be
all-rounder.
Yeah, all-rounder. Hey, look, I just enjoy the bloody hype of it all. I jump on the bandwagon of people being haters against team as well, just to rock them up, just to piss them off. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, I think it comes down to, like, I'm loyal to my home track. I think and everyone knows me, I'm all about the track code rather than the mates thing, like when it comes to racing, I always believe track code. No one should come to your track and take your trophies, That's just me. I'm a bit old school like that. So I support my club, my Hawkeyes 100%, but I also do support other teams, and whoever wins it on the night, you've beaten the best of the best to win it. So you deserve it if you win it, So that's my view on it all, is I'll stick loyal to my Hawkeyes, but I also still support other teams and people that are loyal to their own clubs as well. I'll support. So yeah, all about track code for me.
I think that's probably something special about our Rotorua club too. Like, we never import. We've never tried to chase down players to or drivers to fill that gap, and I think that's kind of makes a special bond within our group and culture we've kind of started. So I think that's really important, and to do it and to kind of go and win it with our mates and stuff was pretty special in that 21 season, eh?
Yeah. Talking to you guys, and I'll say this too, because I grew up at the Old Bay Park, so Busters is my tried and true team I've always supported from back in the days, way back, back with Dutchy and all those days and everything like that, Ian Carlisle, and only because I knew the Richards boys, Steve and all them well, and obviously Ian Carlisle drove that car, and the 2M I think it was back in the day, and then I bloody fell in love with watching old Rex Neal and Murray Hobbs, and I kind of had the allegiance with the Rebels as well, and I loved all that stuff, back in the day. So to answer your question back, it's Bay Park and Rotorua, because those are my local clubs around home. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
Yeah, it's pretty well my two clubs that I grew up with in the 80s and through the 90s going to watch, So there you go. Both of them.
Nice work.
There you go. You finally got him to say something, hey?
Yeah.
It's getting him to say something like trying to get Alan at the track on time.
Yeah, exactly. like I've been through highs and lows of many things. No different to you with your rugby and stuff. I've been there and been in the team, got to the final and we bloody choked. I've been behind the Warriors since 95, and I'll leave it at that. Still keeping the faith, but hanging in there. So you just got to stick loyal, and that's what I love about fans, those loyal fans. You just stick there. One day when they win it, you can celebrate with them. Not these Johnny-come-lately buggers who jump on the bandwagon and want to celebrate. They can go, you know where they can go, eh?
I think you probably got a better chance of winning the lotto than Alan turning up on time anyway. His wife would concur as well.
Hey, I'm on time when it's my time.
I love it, mate. Jack Wilson. Jack, good luck at racing in Rotorua this weekend, young man. Going good in the TQ. Blair Uhlenberg, AJ Axton. What pub we going to on Friday from Blair? The 2NZ, bro?
The 2NZ. Whatever pub he's spending his money on my beer, I'll follow you, brother.
Jacob Buckerall, Harry Davis. Who else we got? Sidan Murray watching as well. Hey, AJ. Is Lance going to wait for the rest of the team for the victory lap this year?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Lance, he hated waiting for the rest of the boys. And the funny thing was, he wasn't even the one that won the race, but he was the first to pick up the flag.
Yeah. Jared Nicholson.
Whatever works, whatever gets the trophy, we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
AJ, were you signing Glen Eagles posters last year?
Was this during racing or after racing?
No, Tania's got AJ. Are you going to be signing Glen Eagles posters again this year? So, what did you get up to last year?
I must have been signing bloody Jaden's car. Maybe he might have been in the signing session. He might have been a little bit down from us. Me and Ellen usually sign a few of those other people's posters. Couple of Blairs, Jaden's, Harley's.
Couple of notes.
Obviously, you two are busy in your own right out of the speedway side of things, doing what you do. I've seen you out there on the water having fun and doing what you love. This is the only time you two get the palmy, I'm guessing, to race laps, eh? It's pretty well the hot laps as soon as you get out there.
Yeah. Like I think I went down there a couple of years in a row and done their opening and kind of supported that. And me and the old man went for a couple of practices just to kind of get the feel for the track. But yeah, apart from opening, I never raced any meetings down there. Just kind of set up with what we kind of thought was all good from previous meetings and just kind of straight into those hot laps. And yeah, hopefully she's all good. If not, the crew jumps the fence and a few turns here and there and she's into it. But yeah, that's about all I do down there, to be honest. Yeah. It's a cool track. I love it. But it's probably my second favourite track after Rotorua.
Yeah. Alan, what about you? Do you prepare in that way? Or you're just pretty laid back and just rock on up there, eh?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Usually we're struggling to bloody make Rotorua opening, and then after that, she's pretty packed calendar with just Rotorua meetings. So we don't really get too much time to head down there. And then on our weekends off, obviously, the missus has got other plans to go and do stuff. So we're not doing too much racing out of Rotorua, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support for you guys here. And
a
lot of people telling us who they're loyal to for their different tracks and stuff. It's quite interesting to see. There's a good mixture of people supporting all over the place that are watching tonight. So it's good to see they're true to their tracks, true to their fans. Fans are true to their drivers and tracks. I mean, that must give you guys a bit of lift too when you hear the crowd, when you do your laps or in the Grand Parade. I mean, the Grand Parade must just pump you up every time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and like you were saying about our Rotorua supporters, like they're mental, like they're like ripping fences down, like security guards are trying to pull them off it and whatnot, and seeing those red is just a sea of red, eh? So yeah, they're good roosters, man, and I suppose that's one of the reasons why you do it. You know, you only want to make your family and the crowd and your club proud. So I suppose in effect that's what we do it for, eh? And try to do our best for them.
All right, grid draw's going to the actual draw's going to be done coming up most probably next week. Alan, who's the first team you do not want to be going up against in the Rebels?
I wouldn't put any team on there. I'd happily face any team at the moment. So there wouldn't be any team that we, as a collective, wouldn't be afraid to go against. So any team at the moment is a strong team. They're all top cars. Everyone has obviously stepped it up a notch again with all their equipment and all that. So every team's tough, so I'm not really too worried. Take it as we go.
Yeah, you'll be the same, AJ. Exactly the same answer.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you want to go all the way to the finals, you're going to have to verse some of those teams that you probably don't want to verse so much. But like Alan said, like It's going to come at some stage, whether you like it or not. So it's just about fronting up and being ready to verse the best on the day. I mean, everyone's so close these days, eh? Like there's no kind of, 10 years ago, you probably could have picked the top 4, but I mean, now, you just look at Wanganui, for instance, eh? Like within the last 3 years, they're so competitive now and everyone. So we just have to turn up on the day and be ready to race every race like a final.
Obviously, you can't do this without your families and everyone that supports the Mighty R heading down to the big weekend in Palmy next Saturday, Sunday. But of course, you can't do it without sponsors, Alan. You got your list. You want to do a shout out to people who dig into their wallet and give you a bit of money and help you out, eh? You got it.
Man, got the list sorted this time. We're prepared. We're prepared. Yeah, no, definitely with the obviously the Rebels have got a new design and kit coming out this year, so I say that'll be presented down. Haven't really talked about it, but I say probably we'll present it down at Fastlane again on that Saturday morning. And obviously there's a whole heap of new merch and that coming out as well, which will be able to be purchased. But obviously, the loyal sponsors that keep on coming on board. You got Classic Builders.
So just Booker's phone. Carry on.
That's just me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wrap it
up. Carry on.
Classic Builders, TWS, Rob at Machinery Specialist. He's a good man. Keeps our cars going for the second night. Ocean Ford, Vokatani, Stealth Engineering, HTE Haulage, Vasey Engineering, Warehouse Auto Racing, obviously the Rotorua Stocker Club, huge support, Sportsweed Photography, Stitch and Print, and then we've just got another sponsor come on board today is Truckworks Mechanical and Engineering. And then obviously, we just posted yesterday, we've got this new initiative with the 20 spots up for grabs for if anyone, business or even family, want to chuck their name on the cars. We've got 10 spots on the wing and 10 spots on the front of the bonnet. So just $250 for a spot, and then you'll get your name and logo on there, and you can come ride with the boys and interact with the guys and, enjoy the weekend with us.
No, it sounds cool. I saw they're just going to talk about that with their sponsorship opportunity, but also the other part of this too is the Rebels Hall of Fame as well, the inductee side of things. So there's a lot going on at the club, especially around the team and the focus on obviously next weekend. Boys, always good to have fun and have a chat and a good laugh with you two. Safe travels next weekend and get there safe, and we'll catch up with you down at the square, eh?
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us, boys, and everything you guys do for our sport and promoting this weekend and getting behind not only us, but, everything going down. So I appreciate that, fellas.
Cheers, guys.
For sure. We'll see you there, eh?
Safe travel. See you there. Thanks, team.
Cheers, fellas.
Thank you.
There we go. Those two boys are ready to go. Kins, as usual, pumped up, ready to go, eh?
Oh, exactly. Got to be ready. They're mostly going to be chilling out this coming weekend and up our way. It's a long weekend, anniversary weekend. We better carry on this flow, getting up to 8 o'clock now, and better bring in the Key Kings.
We've got Mitch Vickery's there walking along in the woods, and Asher Rees is back. Here we go. Hey, guys.
Hey, boss. How's it going?
Oh, you've muted yourself, Mitch. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh.
There it is. I've done it. Yeah, good, guys. Mitch, what you doing? You're doing a bit of exercise, getting a bit of fitness up before next weekend.
Bit of fitness, eh? Yeah, been a while out of the seat, feeling a bit unfit, so I come for a stroll through the park,
Hey.
How you, Asher, mate? All good?
Yeah, another day, another dollar.
Never stops for you, eh, mate? Just never stops, eh?
I tell you, so another team's just rolled round. You've got the team's been announced. It looks pretty good, you guys. You're feeling pretty confident again going into it. I mean, you both had a pretty good run, I thought, at Rotorua, even though without qualifying, but you both showed some real pace and were on it, really.
Yeah, pretty happy with how it went, obviously. Well, not fully happy, obviously, because he didn't qualify, but small issue in the first heat. In qualifying, my own faults, didn't plug my computer in properly. Bit much of a rush there, but anyway, after that, we had a pretty good run and had pretty good pace throughout the weekend and no other issues with the car. So, yeah, feeling confident after that.
Mate, when we saw you there at Rotorua, you were busy helping out Gav Taniwha. I don't know how many hours you put into that bloody car. Must have been just a whole lot of guys trying to do what they did. And I did know too, I think it was a Friday night, even though it rained, you're out and about. The car was out doing this a little bit. Mate, it just tells you a lot of work goes into the stuff, eh?
Yeah, it was a bit of a last minute rush on Gav's car. Yeah, I didn't have a lot to do with it during the week, but Chad and Gav and the other boys down Palmy went pretty hard. I think finished up about 4 a.m. or something on Friday and straight to the track. So when it rained out, just took the opportunity to chuck it in the shed there and sort out a few little gremlins. You see, he would have raced it as it was, but, took the opportunity while we're there, sort those few things out. And obviously with the Great Britain guys here as well, it was quite a full-on weekend looking after everyone, helping out.
Mate. Yeah, Asher, obviously with the Kings, obviously these guys you've raced alongside with before, Chad Ace, obviously Mitch there, Shane Malsop, Gav Taniwha and Stefan Roygaard, mate.
Yeah, I suppose it's another year and bleeding a couple of young guys in, or at least Chad, bleeding them in the Kings kit. So he's all the boys that were on offer have done well all year. There's tight fights for those spots, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some team racing with these guys.
All right, just on Aero Books.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look like you're in the mood for a bit of teams racing there on Saturday night, Ashley. You had someone give you a bit of a tap, but you soon finished that off okay, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, stock car racing, and that's what it's all about. And really enjoyed someone having a swing. Obviously, it's been a while since someone's had a swing at me, and really enjoyed it. It was good fun, Give the old neck a good stretch out, and we're into it. Give the limiter a test. We're sweet.
It's quite a bit, like you said, give the neck a stretch out. And that do you think, like I've talked about this in years gone by, this is for both of you probably, Mitch and Asher, do you think there's a lot to be said to be race ready for teams? Like we had that teams year in COVID, we didn't really have a lot of racing. And I don't know, do you think the bodies weren't up to it, where you guys done quite a bit of racing, knocking around a bit? Does it help you when it comes into teams, have the body sort of, a bit like training for rugby is training for teams champs? Yourself, Asher, first?
Yeah, I definitely think if you're going into it as one of your first meetings, you're sort of wasting your team's timing and your own time, really, because you're not race fit, you're not ready to take those big hits, and as much as you think you are, it still hurts, It still hurts. You still wake up on Sunday morning or Monday a bit tender. So if you can stretch the old neck out and give everything a bit of a beating and a few bruises here and there before you get to that meeting, you sort of prepare yourself a bit better, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're similar, Mitch, very similar preparation already out there. We can see the blue sky, so you're out there walking around getting the fresh air in.
Yeah, like Ash was saying, I don't know. I think it hurts regardless of how many times you get hit. But yeah, definitely. If obviously after teams, usually have just come out of the 240s in New Zealand and all those big meetings. So I guess the pace is another level at those big championships as well. So if you've done those big meetings, you kind of get your mind up to speed. Just reaction times and all that just have to be that little bit quicker at all those big meetings. So for sure, an advantage to have come through some big championships before teams.
How many teams events have you attended, Mitch? How many years have you done teams now? It's been a few, eh?
I think I did my first one. I think 8 or 9 Palmy teams now. Yeah, I think I did my first one when I was 18, 19, yeah.
Oh, and Asher, you've been doing teams for a while too, eh? How many years you been doing it now?
I did my first Superstock teams, I think I was 16. So 2012 or 2013, I think, around there.
Oh,
started young, eh? Holy heck, hey! Doesn't surprise me with you, Rees boys. I tip you, eh? So if you come up against the Giants, everyone will be asking the same question, mate. Does that give you a little bit more motivation to sort of have the bragging rights to get one over of the old man and Ethan, or what?
Oh, I don't think of it as that situation, like a family situation. I just think of it as a team, and you're gonna get as good as you give, so you best give them as best hit you got. If you're gonna do something, you make it count, because they're gonna do the same to you. At the end of the day, you go out there and you don't even realize that you've got blood ties to these people. You want to win for your team. You're there for your club, your team, you got 4 guys that you're representing on track too, or you're trying to be a part of that winning squad. So yeah, I guess there's no real bragging rights in it. It's just literally you want to give as good as you get. So yeah, you just make it count.
Mitch, after doing teams for many years, Mitch, does the Grand Parade still, get you buzzed and hyped, let alone down at the square as well, where all the fans rolling out from the offices, from the main street into the square? Does that still get you going when you think you're going to be down there, whether you're doing the scrutineering or in the Grand Parade?
Yeah, for sure. The whole environment down at Palmerston North, that's, I guess, what makes the event a little bit. Hey, maybe not quite the same hype as in my first year or two, when I was that young and fresh, it was mind-blowing. But yeah, I guess the scrutineering part at the square, I don't know, maybe an unpopular opinion, I'm not a fan of it. I actually think it was better when it was all at the track. We've got such a good venue there. I think we should make the most of it. And yeah, it's a massive day for us as drivers too, with all the publicity stuff. And year after year, it seems to get more, where cars on display so early, and by the time you get to racing, it's been such a big day and that many people. Yeah, like I say, I think the venue at the track's actually awesome, and we could utilise that better, to be honest.
How about you, Asher?
Yeah, I definitely think the square situation's overrated. We've got it's cool for the fans to get involved and stuff, but that pits that Palmy has, like Mitch said, is very well facilitated to accommodate that. We could all get set up nice and early there, and us as drivers and crews and stuff could go away and do things, and the cars could still be on display for quite a bit. It just makes it like these 2-day events we've had in the last couple of weeks very long, like when crammed into one day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I felt like I was still recovering. Obviously.
Oh,
yeah, looks like he's frozen a bit. I'm guessing what he was going to say, recovering from New Zealand's at Miami.
Yeah,
and then of course we just had the World 240s with a big day. So while Asher might have just frozen, I'm guessing that he's still recovering from them. Yeah. Would that be right, Asher, recovering from those 2 one-day events, big day events?
Yeah, definitely recovering. It doesn't hit you till sort of now that you're a bit tired or a bit run down. You get a croaky voice. You think you're getting sick, but you're not. You just run down.
Probably doesn't help that you're driving all the way back and having to go straight into making all those cars again too, is it really? But Mitch,
yeah, that hasn't stopped.
Yeah. Charlie Swarter reckons, Mitch, you just want to have a lie-in, mate. That's why you wanted at the track, eh?
Yeah. Oh, can't go wrong with a good lion before teams, mate.
Nicholas Clare's got a question here. Who were the teams drivers you all looked up to? Asher, who was your teams driver you looked up to? I think it's pretty safe to answer that one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. To be fair, my day it was the Shane Penns and the old boy and the Hemis, and there was always the old Tony Wooten. He was always just one of those guys in my eyes that just did, if he had to do something, he'd do it big, or he'd get dealt too big, and he was all for it.
Mitch, what about you, mate?
Yeah, for sure. Like Ash says, that I guess Palmy, when I was younger, Palmy was going through their sort of unbeatable stage, so can't help but admire what they were achieving and the ability of those drivers. I always look at that team and just think, the ability of those drivers to do any role really is what made that team in my eyes, and the equipment they had. But I guess Dale Avis and Brendan Higgins and the Tigers and that, just the mungle they had. When Hig pulls the helmet on, he can do something special. He just it's pretty impressive. So I guess many childhood heroes for me.
Good, wicked. Everyone's got childhood heroes, Books? I know you talk highly of Dave Evans back in the day.
Yeah, I seen Palmy Superstock teams put up a video the other day of an old race with Stratford, back in that Palmy, and it was the old wooden grandstand was still there, so I grew up going to Speedway when that was on, and my big hero was Dave Evans from growing up watching Speedway, mate. And Brian Anderson and Gary Parks and mate, and back then, like Mitch talked about the Panthers and unbeatable back then with those other guys, but you go back another era, they were like that too, with the Evans and Anderson and Parks, and they were just on it.
Yeah, well, Evan Thomason's put one in there. Daryl Taylor, Dion Mooney, obviously being Wanganui, Wanganui legends. The list just goes on. You know, you got Kiri Connor. You can't go past the man in the tank, Mr. Pajewski as well, when he had the V on.
Even Rawdon
Carlo,
Collingwood for Stratford back in the day, he was the man too, going around at teams, you know. And
Yeah, I used
there's
to
just
love
been so
watching the-
many legends of the. I mean, we could just go back forever, you know. Like, and now we've got the new ones. I mean, I look at drivers today, and just think, wow, you know, the likes of you got Asher and Jaden Ward, you know, the way they put people away. Jaden Ward, when he blocks for such a young fella, I mean, he really is quite impressive with the brain on him for thinking at teams too. And I think Asher's the same, and Ethan, and I've seen Mitch do the same, you know. So it's making names for themselves.
Yeah, exactly, mate. All right. Well, we got the big builder. What are you boys doing this weekend? Asher, what's the plans this weekend? Just resting up?
Yeah. Got a bit of a function on Friday, so doing that Friday, first day of work, so that'd be good. And then just a bit of a chill weekend. I haven't touched my car since 240s yet, so might get it out, give it a wash, and start getting the prep underway. Next week we'll be clocking out of work just to focus on 100% teams prep. You know, there's a lot of time that goes into this on our own stuff. Plus, you know, you still got to do spares for everyone as well as yourselves. So things do get tight time wise, and then obviously all these sponsor nights that people do, and it's sort of you got to be prepared well in advance. And yeah, it is a big time of the year. I probably consider it bigger than the New Zealand's, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of people do. You'll have your 3-peat stickers with you maybe at Palmy?
They'll be there. Obviously, come and grab a Kings one, not a 3-peat one. We're about the Kings that weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, get involved. Obviously, everything's going to be there by the sounds of it. My job as a team member is to turn up and drive and put everything I can on the line. So the organisation side of it's all Ewan and Mitch's deal, not me. I'm useless.
Mitch, you're not racing this weekend, Mitch?
Nah, no plans to race. Got a couple of Team GB boys at my place, and little Frankie's car living here, so head up to Auckland with them. Take that up. They got a practice teams race, so I haven't actually worked on my car either yet since 240s. I actually stopped in Rotorua for a couple of days and just got home last night. So those boys have unloaded the car and got into work on it today while I was at work, but we'll head home tonight and do some more in the shed and get them ready and build some more spares up for myself and whatnot. But no damage on my car, not heaps to do, to be honest, just a whole bunch of checking over and making sure everything's 110%.
Wicked, boys, wicked. All right, well, we'll let you two go. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon, evening, and good luck, Safe travels to Palmy next week, and all the best to you and the team representing the Kings Superstock team,
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, team. Thanks for taking the time out. We appreciate it.
Yes. Mate.
See ya.
There you go. Asher and Mitch for the Kiki Kings. I'd say they'll be on it too this year. I mean, it's hard to pick this year, Kins. I mean, like someone just said, what do we think of the Wanganui team? And I think it's like all teams that have been picked. I think every team is right up there, capable of just bringing it, giving it the hoot nanny and doing it,
Exactly. Now, every year we've done this show, this build-up show, every team is on level par. You know, you see this kind of young age coming on through, some maybe 2 or 3 seasons into teams. But I tell you what, none of them hold back. They get out there and do it all, obviously on the Saturday, then the Sunday. But every team, back in the days, and we talked about the era of the days, you could just about put a blanket over 2, 3, or 4 teams. But now, every team has got strike power within it, and if they really want it and they're hungry for it, I tell you what, they will bloody deliver. Who else we got here? Mike is watching. Yeah, cars are down on horsepower back in the days, but good fun times. Brian Stratty back in the days, yeah, I remember the Gladiators, good times. Asher, when you're coming out and to get the mini Panthers together and lead the parades. That Stu popping in there as well. Well, that was that team we spoke about, especially when you take a look at Asher and young Jack with the Mustangs, Then they had to take on Scott and Pete and the
Yes.
Panthers. I remember that. And there was that big talk about the building of the Panthers team, the mini Panthers team. And we spoke about Jaden and many others and Ethan and how you could have had bloody William Humphreys there. You got Jordan there, a young team. But what would have been? What could have been? Who bloody knows? Who bloody knows? Memories, always good memories back in the days. Evan always up the V, strong team this year. You're right, Evan. Wanganui's been travelling well. 3 Enzeds, I think, obviously in the Superstock and the stock car, a mini sprint, and they're getting themselves up there. They've got 2 Vs at the World 240s with, of course, Dylan and Trent. What's it, Dylan and Trent? Yeah, righto, you Dylan and Trent. So, yeah, the V's been travelling well this season.
They have been.
Mate, you better bring in your boys
I think it's
from
that
the Mighty
time,
Hawks
mates.
Bay.
I don't want to get too biased here, but I think it's about that time, eh? We know what time it is, eh?
Go on, push. We're going to
I
play your
think
song.
it
We're going
might
to do it
be
later.
Hawkeyes time, eh? Hang on.
Sun lights up the morning, another perfect day. Underneath the sunshine and the big
Come on, get into it, boys. You know the song. Hey,
what we're doing.
we all knew this was coming, people out there.
Get us all together.
And we say, come on, the Bay. Come on, the Bay. Black, white, all right. Come on, the Bay. Hey, see? That's what we want at teams, eh, boys?
That's it, Booker. That's it, mate.
Hey.
Mate, he's bloody as biased as you get. People are saying, come on, Kins Mute is bloody white. But this is what
Every
it's
year,
about.
mate.
Every year he does it. I tell you what, he'd look bloody sharp in one of those tops you guys
As I
got
said,
on.
I need to buy one
Man.
of those, eh? Hey, I'd rep the Bay bloody well. I won't climb the fence like Zach Lawrence, because I wouldn't be able to get up there.
Look, Claire McLaughlin's watching us. She's loving it. Look, the black, white, and red going on there as well. And yeah, come on, the Bay. Hey, look at them. Liam Thompson. The Bay fans are rolling in now. Captain Groomy, you bloody legend.
Yeah.
Look at this, mate. You got the fans rolling in.
So, how'd that feel, Groomy? I mean, your car, like, on the weekend, mate, it was hooking up. I stopped and talked to Aaron halfway through and said, holy shit, what's happened this season? This boy's on fire, But to be named captain, what was that feeling like, Groomy? I mean, honestly, that must have been a pretty proud moment for you.
Yeah, it was. I feel pretty honoured for Chuggy to ring me up and say, we're gonna name the team and you're the captain. I've been around a while, and it's a good feeling. We got a good group of lads, and I'm excited. I'm excited for Palmy.
Yeah, brilliant. Dills, mate, you'll be excited too, eh?
Oh, he's muted, is he? What have you done with your sound? Dylan, you got no sound. All right.
Oh, no, you muted himself. Go again, Dylan.
Is that better, mate?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
us.
that's
Yeah,
on.
now we're
That's
right.
on.
Yeah.
No, I'm pumped, to get the call up and say that I got on the team for the second year now. It's something to be proud of, I suppose. And to be doing it with a group of guys that we've got's bloody cool. So I can't wait to get out there.
Yeah. But, last year was just something overwhelming for you being part of that, obviously, seen whether it was down in the square, let alone in their grand parade. But to do it a second year, mate, it's just as good, eh? You're just as pumped.
Yeah, I am. Like last year was the open my eyes big time, and everyone says it's the pinnacle of the sport, and to be able to do it, you can actually say it is the pinnacle. There's nothing like it.
Groomy, mate, how many years you been racing full slot? How many years, Groomy?
Teams racing 2013 was my first show.
And the little six-cylinder.
Yeah.
I think 6 appearances now, off the top of my head. 5 of those for the Hawkeyes and 1 for the Tigers.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Nelson time. Yeah. Bloody, are we ever going to see those Nelson Tigers back, you reckon? I reckon must be in the next few years, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they're building. I do think they're building down there. There's some cars turning up. There's some young fellas coming through, and I think they're building.
Yeah, Ross Ashby. Bloody old Groomy's back, eh?
I mean, like, when you told your old man, because he must have been pretty proud too, Groomy. I mean, he was. I remember both of you on the track together when you started. You know, he must have been pretty proud to hear that you were in the team and captain, mate. Was there a bit of emotion there for your old man, even?
Yeah, I think so. He sort of doesn't say too much. To be honest, when I told him, he didn't even know that the team had been named. Yeah, he pretty much went straight from work down to my work last night, and that's when I told him. And yeah, I mean, 100% he'd be proud. We do Speedway as a family, and we have done since it's always been a Speedway family thing for us, Speedway. And yeah, I think him and Mum are both pretty proud.
Awesome. Hey, talking to families too, you got the O'Brien family's been part of your team. Obviously, Regan's reserve, Kyron and the team, Brett Loveridge and the team as well. I've seen him put the bumper in someone at the 240s, I think 2 and 2 from memory. Gave them a bit of a what's up into the wall. And of course, Mike Mack's back out there too, eh?
Yeah, it's good to have Mike back. It's been a little while coming with his car, but it was three weeks last year, I think he told us, and he's finally got it out there this season.
I was talking to somebody on the weekend actually saying, watching Mike go around the track, I said, Mike will be ready for teams because all I've seen him do this season is flag race. He must be bored as shit doing that, eh? Oh, you must be chomping at the bit.
He's done his most cleanest amount of laps this season ever, I think.
I think that might have been the cleanest. If you added it together, it would make up 2 or 3 seasons, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's smart. You know he'll put it on the line. And, most drivers you talk to in other teams, when they know he's on the back straight or front straight, waiting there for you, kind of second guess yourself. What the hell do I do? Do I try and go around the outside? Otherwise, I know that's overs. 9 times out of 10, Mike will put you away. But he just does that, seem to do it, eh? So I remember Ross Ashby's dad, the late Hawkeyes, saying, Mike was the bloody man. I remember that books.
Yeah. Hawkey thought he was the bet. Mike Mack was the blocker. So, yeah. Hey, and it's great to see. Last year, I suppose, Dylan, you weren't really registered to the Bay, but you came and raced for us anyway because we're a bit short. But you put a B on your car this year, mate, and it's awesome to see, man. It's great to see. You live here, so you made it your home track. Have you really enjoyed yourself this season with Hawke's Bay?
Yeah, I have, mate. Contracting down here, made it, with the sister as well. It just kind of made dad, and it took a few conversations with him. But yeah, I've enjoyed. All the Bay boys are great, and it's to be a part of the team environment too. Just makes it another level. It's real cool. It's something I've really enjoyed, and I think it's it's good for me. I'm pumped. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Zalia Wyatt is a fan. She's going up the bay with the colours from the Hawke's Bay. Scott Honeybone. 2 Higgins cars in the Hawke's Bay. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, well, Grimmy's cars are Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. Yeah.
Who's the second? Is yours, Dylan? No? Who's the second Higgins? Mike's is it? Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's a Higgins copy, yeah. So it's pretty similar to mine.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. Oh,
Helen Ashton's watching, Dylan. Helen's watching. Let's go to the Bay. Proud Ashton family behind you.
I think it's past their bed.
Yeah, Cassandra. Hit it, Dylan. Cassandra's watching, mate.
Yeah.
There's like a bit more.
So
Wayne Norton feels the hits. Karen Books.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, so when we win, when we win, you're going to hold on tight to the back of the car if you're on the back of it, Dylan, or are you just going to let go and fall off or something, mate?
Knew it was coming. Yeah, I'll try. If I'm on the back of the car after winning the final, it probably means my car's toast. So,
well, mate, yep.
You got to be committed for this event. Yeah, so that's a great. We're going to it with a great group of guys, and they're all fully committed to do it as well. So, yeah.
And
hey, Groovy, does it feel the same for you, knowing you're captain of this Hawkeyes team ahead of next weekend? Yeah, are you still buzzing out that when you get to their grand parade and everything, you still get the hype of all of that? You still, because you've done a few teams now.
Yeah. For me, the goal's always the same. It's to obviously we all go there because we want to win. We all go there because we love it. So we're going to have fun, and we all love racing with our mates, and that's to me that's what it's all about.
Do you feel any extra pressure this time around being captain, mate? Like going there to be captain, or you just sort of take it the same, but add a little bit extra things to your role, what you would normally do?
No, not a lot. To be honest, I put quite a bit of pressure on myself every time I go teams racing. It's a little bit different from the individual racing where you just let down your crew and that. If you when you go teams racing, it's all about not letting down the boys, not letting down our supporters and our sponsors and our wider team group. So no, for me, not much really will change this year. I'll still speak when I need to speak, and I'll do what's best for the team.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Well, one of your team members, actually, although reserve, it's Up the Boys. Regan's jumped into the chat as well. He's commenting away here as well. That's Alex Bright's car, the old TNN back in the day. Someone asked about Quinn Ryan here. I think
I said no Quinn Ryan, but Quinn didn't put his name forward because he's going to get married, I believe. So people out there that like to, I don't know, jump on their keyboard and speculate. There wasn't any malice or anything like that for Quinn.
No.
It was just a simple decision not to teams race by himself. And although and giving him ups is that he said that if we couldn't get a full team and they needed him, he would race. So he's still a proud Hawkeyes and Hawke's Bay boy, just like these two boys in front of us and everybody else in the team. So yeah, that just to clear that up, because I've seen a few things and comments last night as well, Kins, where people go, "Oh no, Quinn Ryan," but it's you've got to remember that I think the team we've got is all well enough to make us win, and I'm actually quietly confident. Just saying.
Hey Adam, Chatty's jumped in there. Craig Chatfield, he had to do this, Adam. Miss you.
Miss you too, Ted.
There you go, Chatty. Helen, you never let anyone down. We know you'll give it 100%. And that's what all teams that we speak to over the whole week of this build, they all give 110%. You know, they put in themselves out there with their machines. They've got their families with them. They've got their crew and obviously the supporters, whether they're there at Palmy or back at the track and watching the live stream as well. You know, they're the ones that put themselves, their bodies and their machines and themselves on the line. So, yeah, get on out there. Try and find a spare seat somewhere or try and find some accommodation. That's the first thing I would guess. It's only a couple of weeks away. That's the toughest part. So you could be heading out towards Fielding, Masterton. Who knows? But you'll find somewhere. Maybe put your tent up at the track. I think that opens up from memory, maybe early Friday morning from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's very early. First in, first served at the track. So, but we'll have more information about all that stuff tomorrow when we talk to Bruce Robinson. But, it's so how important is it to have your family with you when you go to teams? Like, do you guys take all your family with you? And is that an important part of it, having the family there with you to help and support? Start with you there, Grimmy.
So, for me, it is, like I said earlier, Speedway's a family thing for us. So my parents come along and my niece is coming this time. This is her second time. And then obviously the wider family is our teammates and our boys, and even the wider Hawkeyes further out than that, the guys that aren't necessarily in the 5 racing. So it's, Teams Champs is all about family.
And I'm guessing the Ashtons will be there, mate. They'll fill up the whole grandstand.
It's a bit like it's a big family thing, you know. For me personally, I got to have my family there. You know, so I've got mum and dad. They've always been supportive. I've got my sister and her partner, and then you got my girlfriend Willow and her family as well that are coming down, and you know they're all supportive and they're all proud. So you know you got to do it for them. You want to win it for yourselves, but you also want to look up to that crowd and and see them all cheering and smiling, and you've done it for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, Groomy, who'd you look up to when it came to teams racing, mate? Was there anyone you kind of looked up to thinking, damn, I want to be just like him?
There was a few. There's a few mad dogs out there. Yeah. Definitely. For me growing up, the likes of Eddie Hawkins and Pat Westbury.
Oh yeah,
We all
Brendan
know that
Higgins.
one. Yeah.
There's so many. I could name a couple from each team. Really, I started going to team champs when I was pretty young, and but those guys, they stick in the back of your mind because they were they were pretty unreal.
Yeah, they were good at their trade, what they did for their representing their, their track code and something. They just never gave up. When they put a show on, man, they wound you off like you just never knew. But then again, when you talk Hawkins and Westbury, they just roll back on, carry it on, and the good old days. It's bloody hard as nuts, And Higgins was one of the best going around for the Tigers. Could virtually put it on a plate and knock you out and you would win. What about you, Dylan? Anyone you looked up to back over the years you watched as a young fella coming on through?
I definitely got to say my old man Blair.
Yeah.
He with individual racing and teams racing. Now I've only done one teams race in my career. All of his words and wisdom to me just sink in, and he's someone I've always aspired to be like, on the track. So I wouldn't be here without him either. So it kind of makes sense for him to be my idol, I should say.
Yeah. Was that the little 22H? The 22H back in the day? Was that the little car?
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, 22H.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
I think he did contract to Stratford for a season too.
Yeah.
Travelled there on a Saturday morning and then made mum drive home after the meeting.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's a family thing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, hard out, mates. Tice Adamson, Dylan Nashton, biggest fan. Because you guys have got signing sessions. I think they do that again. I suppose Bruce will clarify all this tomorrow, but I'm guessing over the time they've done it, been signing sessions down there. So if you want to find out what's actually happening in regards to all of the information based around next weekend's team, tomorrow we will start it with Bruce Robinson, all right? He will clarify just about everything that you may need to know. Aaron Ferguson, good to have you back watching. Jared Williams, Dirt Nut. Tice, I know you're coming over, mate. Jade, there's some Airbnbs. Thank you for the update there. Shit, heaps going on. Booker, mate, I can just see you in one of those bloody shirts, eh? I know you want
mate,
one.
I've been wanting one of those for years. I'd be the biggest Hawkeyes fan, I tell you. Hey, just a quick note too for people that weren't here at the beginning of the show. I'll just quickly go through our competition that we're going to run. That the post will go up Saturday morning after the last Friday night of interviews with our teams drivers. But after talking with all the teams, although I do have to state that we're still waiting to confirm Stratford are going to be a part of it as well. But if you have a daughter, son, granddaughter, grandson, niece, nephew, whatever that is aged between the age of 9 and 13, then you can enter them into our competition, and what they will win is they can choose which team they want to be with, and they will become the honorary sort of pit crew member with that team. And what will happen is that team you'll spend time with that team just before the meeting, and they will maybe help you change a wheel or polish a bonnet, or they'll do something with you. But you'll also get a little prize pack, and also you get to go on the grand parade with your team. So that's pretty cool for a young kid, Kins, to be able to have that, and pretty special memory for them ever. And after the grand parade, obviously you go back up and sit with your parents, uncle, aunties, or whoever you're there with. But because we can't have you in the pits when the action starts, because it's far too dangerous. So that's pretty cool, Aikens, I think, for a young person to win that. And it's great that all the teams have jumped on behind it with us.
Exactly, mate. It's memories the kids and the families will share forever. You can imagine the social media coverage from this when they see their young boy or daughter either polishing or changing a bolt or just doing something that's helping out a team, let alone sitting in the parade. I can see this just blowing up on social media, people taking photos. The good thing about it gets these guys out there on a bigger scale, but also the sponsors that are associated with each individual team. And look, just to clarify too, I did see a question pop up yesterday. If it goes to plan racing on Saturday, which is the qualifying side of things, then Sunday, the Super Saloons is the class that will be racing on the Sunday. A couple of the Americans will be here as well.
Yes, that's
Jason
right.
Fieger. Jason Figger has confirmed he will be racing the 58P or Bingston car. If you go to his website, you'll see the information. He's also racing the following weekend up in Auckland. Bobby Pierce is coming over as well. So he puts on a hell of a show on the High Line. And I'll tell you what, these two Americans won't hold back against the Kiwi boys. And no doubt you'll see the 1, 2, and 3 Enzed just recently crowned in Cromwell. Of course, Cowling going back-to-back with the GP last weekend. So it's going to be a hell of a show on the Sunday. And I'll tell you what, it's an event you do not want to miss out on. Sponsors, Groomy, mate. You got your list there?
Yeah, I have. I'm just going to put the old glasses on because the lighting's a bit poor.
Sweet as. Yes.
We all do that now, mate. Don't you worry.
So the Hawkeyes would like to thank the following people: JRP Limited, Auto Super Shop Hastings, Alexander Electric, Bay Tyres, Outer Life Concrete, Speedy Signs Hastings, Vision Design, Henderson Road Panel and Paint, Air Ride, SW Bartholomew Plumbing, BJ's Bakery, Scott Freighters, Flush Drainage, Newports, M2 Overland, Efficient Carrying, R&L Beale Log Transport, Speedway Garage, and Miani Speedway.
It's good to see a lot of those sponsors still there. We've had a lot of them loyal for a lot of years now, haven't we, Groomy? You know, the same sponsors coming through and sticking by us for years now.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of those people on that list have been there for a very long time. And there's also a lot of people outside of the sponsors list that also donate a lot of time to the Hawkeyes and our wider group. So thank them as well.
Yeah, we did ask the Kings earlier, Tracy, but obviously Asher didn't have them on him, nor did Mitchie was out with
so we didn't actually forget, Tracy. We just knew they didn't know them.
Yeah, they didn't know, so we just
they
left
do
it
appreciate
and
them,
carried on.
though. 100% appreciate them, but it is sometimes, unless you write it all down, it is hard to remember all your sponsors, and it's good to see that our new captain is on the ball. That's a good sign for us, I think. Hey.
So it definitely helps living with Zach Lawrence.
Yeah.
Head out at work for you too, eh, Gurmy?
Yeah.
So what's the deal, Books? You jumping on with your home team in the parade or what?
I make the car do a wheelie if I stand on the back of it.
Oh, they'll have a truck or something. Mate, jump in there, start singing the song. Go on, do it.
Mate, I sing the song all the time. I'm proud as about my club. I'm all about track code. We all know that. People know what I think about that, mate.
Yeah. Hey, Quinn Butcher, Captain Groomy. Look, they're all in there watching. Hey, guys, good to see Dylan was practicing his running this morning. I tried to block him.
Oh, they must have been driving to work or something. It was Regan behind you or something in front of you, Dylan.
He was in front of me and he was just holding everyone up.
Hey, you two gentlemen, look, good luck this upcoming weekend. What are you doing this weekend, though, Groomy? What are you doing? Just resting up at the moment?
We're having a teams race at home this weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's our weekend. Teams race and a bit of prep.
Who are your teams racing against?
So it's going to be a Napier versus Hastings teams race.
I see. You part of that as well, Dill?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be out there now on Saturday, taking all the family, the grandkids. We're all coming out. And I might even help. I might be helping our Q Motorsport Media, so I might have to come talk to you in the pits as well.
Yeah, a nice little warm up pre-palmies. So
yeah,
get that out of the way, and then back into prep Sunday. And
yeah, there's a lot of speedway meetings on this coming weekend up and down the countryside. I see Rotorua got a big one going on with some TQs and heaps of other racing. Obviously, Kiki's got the New Zealand Saloon Car Champs happening as well, and a few of the midgets and sprint cars. Seems to be a fair bit going on at the moment around the calendar. Then, of course, we all build up as we head down on a yearly visit to Palmy for the big New Zealand Superstock Teams Champs. 87 on the cards. 87R is on the cards out here this weekend as well. David Ellsworth? Yeah. It's 87R, eh?
Yeah.
Haven't been watching what competition. Oh, we'll explain to you, Tyson, again tomorrow. I think that's a wrap for tonight because tomorrow we'll have Bruce Robertson Bay Park Busters and the Wanganui Warriors. Then on
Yes.
Thursday, we got the Panthers and the Mustangs and the Scrappers. And then on Friday, we'll catch up with the Lions. We definitely got Charlie. Might be to or throw with Frankie because they're actually watching the race in the Rotorua. They might get some time to talk to us. The Gisborne Giants. And then, of course, we'll wrap up this whole build-up with the defending champs, the Suck It Up Glen Eagles. That'll be Jaden Ward and Scott Tennant joining us for them on Friday. But
Yeah, I'm looking
it's
forward
a
to
bit of
next
a
year's
wrap.
build-up shows, actually, Kins. Because we'll be able to
Talking to the
finish the
defending
Friday
champs.
with the Hawkeyes. Yeah.
He's confident, eh? You gotta love it, eh? You gotta love the passion, eh?
No
You gotta
pressure.
love the passion. You put the bloody pressure on your voice.
Oh, well, that's
Creamy,
it, guys.
Dylan.
We appreciate you taking the time and to join us, and we wish you the best. I'm sure I'll see you out on the weekend. And I suppose we'll just, there's no more to say, but
Sun lights up the morning, another perfect day. Underneath the
if you're watching, people, get ready to start singing out there to your computers and phones. Got to practice for next weekend.
we play. Get us all together and we'll say, yes, we'll say.
Come on, the bay! Come on, the bay! Black, white, all right! Come on, the bay! There we go. What a way to finish, eh? I get all the hate mail now. You watch.
Oh, look at them. They're all got it in there. Muddy Goodley, Paulo, and all come on the way. That
Yeah.
wraps it up for tonight with a bit of fun and a bit of laugh. And the obviously sign that Booker will be singing proud
Oh,
next
Mate.
weekend.
we'll get it pumping. We'll get it pumping.
We'll be singing it with you, Booker.
That's it, mate. That's it. Awesome. Hey, team, thanks, guys. We'll see you on the weekend. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on both of you making the team, and congratulations, Groovy, being the captain. I think that's awesome. You put a lot of hard yards in for this club, and I think it's well deserved, mate. So, top job.
Thank you.
We see you
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
We'll catch up at the square, and Booker will see you at Miani. And cheers, boys. Safe travels, eh? And all the best. We'll see you down in Palmy.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Cheers.
Sweet is. Thank you. There we go. Groomy and Dylan Ashton from the Hawkeyes will wrap up tonight's second night of build-up. As mentioned, tomorrow we do it all again, 7:30. And just a reminder to the competition, Booker will put up the big poster and explain everything on Saturday. So I look forward to that for 9 to 13-year-old boys and girls. Been an awesome show, catching up the Rebels and, of course, the Kings, and just wrapped up with the Hawkeyes. So we continue on our build-up to the big event next weekend. That's a wrap. I think I better go see and check my messages, see whether or not I'm a granddad again.
Yeah. Well, Wayne Odden's asking. Booker needs to block. Someone's put here. What's this? Hun self. I don't know what that means. Block Hun self.
Oh,
Anyway.
must have blocked- I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know. That's a
team,
wrap.
thank you for watching us. We appreciate you all coming and joining us for these shows, and we'll see you all tomorrow night. From myself and Kids, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.